Before I joined Cashflow Tribe, I would go to these meetups and nothing really changed. There was no accountability, which is one thing that's really core to Cashflow Tribe. Not only did you have this intense sense of community, but you also had accountability.
I was working for somebody else that was not me. Okay, this 9-to-5 rat race that I'm trapping, I don't like it. I know something is bigger there for me.
Cashflow Tribe has been some serious practitioner information that I was able to tap into. I knew I needed to take it to a higher level.
Cashflow Tribe was Canadian, and that's what really kind of moved me more towards them. This is exactly the kind of group and people that I want to be part of.
If somebody's losing in one of my deals, I don't want to do the deal. If I cannot have my partners to win on the deal as well, I don't want the deal.
My name is Douglas.
My name is Tish.
My name is Alex, and I am.
And I am.
And I'm Cashflow Tribe.
Cashflow Tribe.
Cashflow.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Today is a new day, and I hope y'all are doing well. You may not know me, but if you do, my name is Daniel Blagrove, and I am the host of the Wednesday Masterclasses. The whole purpose, if you are tuning in tonight, the whole purpose is very simple. You might be an individual who's looking to do a deal within the next 12 months. And I just want to come alongside you and help you do that through various topics and through various tasks that can equip you to doing that deal within that timeline. And so if you're brand new, let me know. Type new in the chat. Type new in the chat. I want to welcome everybody. Arlie is in the house. Happy Wednesday. Jan Carpenter. Jeffrey, what's going on? Steve, good to see everybody. We got Justin. So glad. Let me know in the comments that you're here. As we got people coming in, put it in the chat. Let me know. I want to engage with you. I got a super really cool topic tonight because I think what's really important is everybody is, you might be an individual who's seeing a lot of activity on social media. You're seeing people buy houses here. You're seeing people doing deals over there. You see people with money over here. You see people doing partnerships over there. And that's good. And that's all great. But what about you? What are you looking for? What are you looking to accomplish? And even bigger, why are you looking to accomplish that? Tracy, what's up? Claudia's in the building. Hope you're doing well. Shout out to Claudia, man. She's been rocking with us for some time, and she is taking action and getting results. She is in Cashflow Tribe and is house hacking a property. I can't remember where the city is, but Claudia, put that in the chat so we can all see. But man, that's phenomenal. Really, really. Claudia from MTL Montreal, that's awesome. But as I was saying, what are you looking to accomplish? What are you looking to do? This is what we're looking to tackle today, because the moment you have clarity, the moment you have a clear picture and the path as trod, you now know exactly what you need to do. Andrea, what is up? Good to see you. Let me know in the chat you're here. If you're brand new, I want to welcome you. As a matter of fact, man, let me put up a poll. I want to know if you're new. If you're brand new to Cashflow Tribe, I want to get understanding of the audience so I know how to really navigate this conversation. I want to know, especially if you're new, man, welcome. I know majority of you are not. I can see right now we're about 75% of y'all are not new, and that is great, because you got y'all coming back, meaning y'all are hungry, y'all want to grow, y'all want to do more. And I want to give you that. So enough talking. I want to bring up the slides. But before I do, I gotta tell y'all how we do this week to week is not simply just me. Man, I'm just the guy on camera, all right? I got to shout out my homegirl, Anastasia. She's holding it down. She does all the things that need to be done in order for y'all to get the value that you come to get. And I also got to shout out Sarah. You might see her in the comments. She's absolutely a stud, a rock star. So any questions that you have throughout today's conversation, whether it be about Cashflow Tribe or anything that we discuss, she is the homegirl who you need to hit up, and she'll get you straight. So with that said, fill up the poll. Let me hear from you. About 30% of you are brand new. Man, I really, really appreciate y'all coming in, because on a 6 p.m. on a Wednesday Eastern Standard, maybe you're tuning in from another time zone, but man, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate y'all. Okay, so with that said, I'm gonna pull up the slides because I wanna show y'all real quick what we're gonna be talking about. All right, here is the topic, y'all: how to achieve your goals with Joe Belcastro. Joe Belcastro is our special guest. He'll be coming on in just a moment. But before I do, this is why we're here. I want you to be very clear on something. If you don't know where you're going, nowhere is your guaranteed destination. All right, I'm gonna say that again. If you don't know where you are going, nowhere is the guaranteed destination. All right. And so we want to get clarity. We want to get focused. We want to get dialed in so that you can know where you're going and not be surprised when you get there. You see, this is very interesting aspect about sports, which I really, really love. See, there are some athletes who just want to be average, and there's some athletes who just want to do it for the money. But then there are some other athletes who want to win, and winning is everything. It's all about winning, right? Losses and excuses are unacceptable. They got to win. And what you'll notice is when it comes to the championship and when champions win, it is not by happenstance that they got there. It's through all the workouts, through all the blood, the sweat, the tears, the effort over a long period of time on a consistent basis that brought them to that destination, because they had that intention, they had that focus, and they stuck with it. And that's exactly what I want you to do when it comes to real estate, using this as a vehicle to get to that destination. All right. And so with that said, I'm asking you, please, if you can turn off the distractions, do me a solid, get focused with me, turn in with me, tune up, and let's get going, because I got some really good value that Joe's going to bring to the table. If you got questions, I want you to put it in the chat. Get your questions in so that we can engage together and we can make things happen. Because I got a really cool person coming in. He's got a lot of things going on, a lot of big things that he's looking to do. And so I'm really looking to talk about that a little bit. But like I said, for those who don't know me, my name is Daniel Blagrove, 7th member of over 3,000 members in Cashflow Tribe, where we look to do deals. We're all about community, transparency, impact, and results. Results is huge, and that's what we want you to get. I'm also the host of The Pitch. If you've never seen that, check out our Cashflow Tribe Facebook group. We have all our episodes over there, where it's really like a Dragon's Den style show for real estate. I think it's really, really cool. And I'm also a member of the Council Mastermind. It's an elite Cashflow Tribe mastermind group where we're all about ideas, purpose, deals, and growth. We actually just had a call today where we spoke to a man who runs a business who will do over $200 million in revenue. That was our 12 o'clock meeting this morning. It was phenomenal. Really a breath of fresh air. It was a really great individual. Man, it was a really awesome conversation. And I've been doing this since 2019, looking to do far more, only looking to crank it up. But forget about me. It ain't about me. It's all about Joe Belcastro, because he began his financial journey learning how to budget, learning how to do finances properly, and also understand financial vehicles such as real estate in order to accomplish his goal of financial freedom. So after saving and investing in the stock market, he took his returns and invested in his first deal, his first property, back in 2020. This is last year, guys. He netted a 6-figure return. I didn't freeze. I got to pause. All right. I got to pause. I know we're online, but I did not freeze. I got to take a moment there. He took his investments and got a deal done, and he got over $100,000. Man, that is phenomenal. And now he is looking to establish a few companies within real estate and other industries. It's so important you recognize the things he's looking to do, because he's looking to do big things. And this is why I brought him on for this topic. See, as of recently, he's looking to purchase businesses and sustaining and fortifying the ones that he already has started. And so as a result, this is what's going to allow him to leave his current 9-to-5 and be able to do this full time as not only as a real estate investor, but as a business owner. And so without further ado, Joe, if you are on, please welcome him in the chat. Let him know that he is here. Joe, are you here with us?
What's up, Daniel? Man, you got me with that freeze. I thought my internet was done.
I figure I got somebody, at least somebody, man. No, man, that was phenomenal, man. I really love
you having me on the platform, and I'm excited. I hope the chat's doing well.
Yeah, the pleasure's all mine, guys. Yo, let him know, let Joe know that he is felt. That I appreciate Jeffrey Callum. That's awesome. Gloria, Andrea, welcome you. That's awesome, man. Joe, let's get right to the meat and potatoes, okay, man? I ain't trying to waste no more time, all right? I've been talking too much. We need to hear from you, all right? So check it out, guys. Real quick, guys. It's all about small hops, all right? This conversation is about doing one hop to get forward. It's all about how do you make another step and another step and another step. So the step in this call is about clarity. I want you to leave this call with clarity about knowing where you want to go. And I think Joe is one of the few people who can really help you with this, because he has definitely detailed this extremely well. All right, so that is what the goal is for today. All right, so we talked about vision, and I mentioned goals, but some people can kind of convolute this and think it's the same thing. How would you, Joe, describe vision, and how would you describe goals, and why are those things important?
Absolutely. Vision is kind of your overall projection of what you want to be, what you're trying to achieve. So vision is kind of the direction that you're heading towards, or what it is that you're heading towards. And goals are kind of breaking that down, how to achieve your overall vision. So vision is your macro, and goals are kind of be like a micro working towards your overall vision.
So you would say vision is a really high level, like if you're in an airplane, you have a 30,000 foot view on what you're looking to accomplish, and the goal is the roadmap that's actually going to help you get to that destination. Is that a
Absolutely. It's just breaking it down and chopping the tree down one chop at a time, getting towards the overall projection.
Now, what would you consider to be vision though? Because what if I was to tell you, Joe, look, man, I want to have 3 cars, I want to have 2 houses, I want to have wife and kids, and life is good. Would you say that's a good definition of a vision?
I would say that's an okay, but vision, you really want to get more in depth. The vision it's exactly what you're trying to work towards. It's more detail oriented. So you really want to get into the specifics of what you are trying to achieve and accomplish.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. And so when it comes to goals, is there anything that we should be looking at when it comes to goals? Like, is there any value to having like a SMART goal, for example, or maybe another goal? Like, what would you advise when we're talking about goals here, high level?
Absolutely. Goals, they're going to be breaking down what it is that you're trying to achieve. So you can have weekly goals, you can have monthly goals, you can have annual targets, and they're going to be specifics towards what it is you're trying to achieve. So you may have something on the docket for the month that you're trying to accomplish. So you can, if it's a bigger meal or a bigger task, you can break that down into what you need to achieve weekly to get towards it, or even daily to get towards those weekly actions to move the needle towards the overall vision of what it is you're trying to accomplish.
I really like the fact that you said you can have this on a daily basis, a weekly basis, a monthly basis, and a quarterly basis, all the way up to a yearly or even longer. But it's about having clarity on what those targets are and how you plan to get there, right? And so I actually have a poll I'm going to put up real quick, guys, because SMART goals is something that in Cash Flow Tribe we talk about a lot. SMART goals is so important because it really comes down to being specific. It's got to be measurable, attainable, realistic, and it's got to be time bound. It's got to be done by a certain date. The date is so important, right? Because if you're just saying that a date is or you can just accomplish a goal, but it can happen 30 years or 1 year, is it really a goal? You got to be specific and you got to be important. I'm putting up a poll right now, and I'm seeing about 50% of y'all right now do have a SMART goal. Joe, 50% of them right now don't. So what are they missing? What is so important about a goal that they're missing right now that maybe there's an opportunity that they don't see?
Absolutely. It's clarity. You need to understand the path. So by having that vision, that goal in mind, it's going to really allow you to kind of push aside the noise and get efficient when you're working towards your goal. So you need a destination, something that you can work towards. And even if it is not exactly where you are or meant to be, you can get clarity along the path to decide what it is that you're actually trying to achieve.
Absolutely. I see it drop down to 30%. Man, I got a little early. My apologies, folks. Don't get on me too tough now. I love it. All right, let's keep it going. Now, here's the next thing. It's about understanding yourself, right? There's a really big portion of people who feel like they see, let's be honest, we see the Grant Cardones in the world. We see other big names that you might know that have done really successful in real estate. Heck, you might even, if you're in Cash Flow Tribe, you may be very familiar with what Matt McKeever does and what Ben does. And you may feel like, man, Mark Smith or Alex Sogar or Joe Belcastro, man, all these people doing big things. Maybe that's what I gotta be in order to be successful. But Joe, is that really true?
Not at all. And this is a massive topic here. This is really what, for me personally, has allowed me to move with efficiency and just understanding who you are. There's a lot of noise and on social media and a lot of fakes out there. So people, they're trying to replicate someone else opposed to really diving into who they are and what their strengths are to utilize to go towards their goals. So by understanding like who you are, your strengths, what you bring to the table, you can focus on environments and goals and positions that are going to put you in place to win. So this is a massive topic here, and it's something personally that's really resided with me well.
And what I've found and what I've realized, and Joe, you let me know if you find this to be the same. Cash Flow, like a lot of people in Cash Flow Tribe, and maybe those who are attending this call right now, you may resonate with this aspect in terms of like knowing what you don't want. Like you're in a job and you're working toward, paying down debt or maybe saving up for something or looking to just take care of your family. But you don't want to depend on the government because, man, the government isn't guaranteed. Ain't nothing pretty about what they do when it comes to taking care of those who are retired. You know that your pension is there, but man, I don't want to depend on that either because, man, like what if there's a certain lifestyle I want and that maybe the pension can't provide that? Maybe you want to invest in real estate because the stock market, sure, it's good. There are a lot of people winning. Maybe there's a lot of people losing, but I want to diversify. I want to figure out more avenues. But when we get into this real estate space, it's almost like we lose it. It's like, man, I have to be the biggest player. I have to be the person who's always growing and always stretching and always doing this. And it's like, no, that's not it at all. Who are you, right? Who is Claudia? Who is Tracy? Who is Eric? Who is Caleb? Who are you? Who are you as a person, and what do you want to accomplish, right? Like the Notebook, that famous scene. What do you want? What do you want, right? It's not what people want for you, or what your kids want for you, or what society wants for you, but what do you want, right, Joe? So under the guise of understanding yourself, how do we break that down? How do we get clarity and eliminate the noise in order to answer that?
Absolutely. This is a big topic, and this is something you're going to be working on at the beginning of your journey and throughout the entirety of your journey as well. And it's just important to take some time to just reflect and see where you've been, what you've accomplished, what you're trying to achieve, and what it is that you bring to the table. Once you have clarity on your strengths, who you are, it's a lot easier to navigate. And like I said before, just put yourself in positions to succeed. So this is a big topic, and for some people, this is going to be more simple, and for others, this can be difficult. But this is something you really want to take time and spend time getting to know yourself and what it is that you're trying to achieve.
Absolutely. Morgan just said, I just quoted the Notebook. Yes, I did. Hey, man, keep it between us here in this call, all right? This ain't got to go out nowhere, all right? Let's just keep it right here, okay? And let's keep it moving. Personal development, another big topic, all right? This topic, honestly, Joe, I really believe is overlooked in many regards, and I'm going to tell you why. Many people want just the nuts and bolts. Guys, give me the results. Joe, just give me the answer. Joe, just give me the blueprint. Just tell me what I need to do, and I'm going to do it, right? It sounds logical. It sounds like the smart thing to do. Hey, if I give you a fish, then you're good. You're good to go. But here's the truth. Think about someone who wants to run in the Olympics as an example. Like some of you who are listening, you might have heard this example before. Right? If you want to be an Olympic sprinter, you want to compete in the Olympics for a gold medal, what does the Olympic person do to prepare? What do they train like? What do they eat? How often do they train? What is their sleep pattern like? What kind of clothes do they wear when they're performing? What kind of things do they do when they're stretching? What kind of recovery sessions are they having? What is their schedule day to day on a consistent basis over a 4-year period? Because Olympics happen every 4 years. What are they doing so that they can become the person who can be the one to compete in the Olympics, right? And so in likewise fashion, the topic of personal development is about becoming the person who can accomplish the vision and the goals that you've set for yourself. Joe, what would you say that is right? And if it's wrong, let us know. Talk to the people.
No, absolutely. Personal development. This is something that everyone needs to put like massive emphasis on. It's betting on yourself. You are the asset. So you really want to take the time and just develop yourself each day, build up habits, consistency, and working towards being the person you want to be. Right now, you're going to have goals of who you want, what you're trying to achieve. There's skills that are required to get there. So you really need to put the time in just developing yourself, reading, educating, constantly growing. Businesses, they invest on research and development. If you're not investing in yourself, you're going to fall behind. Technology, everything, it's moving rapidly. So personal development is something you really need to take the time and every day consistency and work on it.
Absolutely, and I think it's a gradual process, and it's in a developing process that happens time and time out. So, give us some practical tips. What are some practical things? Give us one thing that everybody should start to do today, going forward, that can really help with the personal development. What's one thing?
Absolutely, personal development. It's going to be a compounding effect. So, an important part of it is consistency and habit. So, something that you could do is so simple. Is just read 10 pages of a book a day. Just be consistent with it, and over time, that will amount to like a massive amount of knowledge, especially if you can stay consistent to it. I would say commuting to work, there's a lot of dead time there. So some things you can do is listen to a podcast, put an audio book on, maximize your time, and invest in yourself also. Put yourself in, right now with the Zoom classes and webinars, you can get access to like world-class mentors right now for great value. So just investing in webinars. But in terms of daily action, I would set some habits, get a morning routine, an evening routine, like a night routine, and set some small goals that you can achieve, like a walk a day or just reading, maybe spending half an hour to an hour each day on like YouTube, absorbing like informational content.
That's awesome. I'm actually going to put up a poll because I actually want to get a pulse on like what's their favorite activity, so we can kind of get an understanding of our audience. But now, what's one book that you're reading right now, and what's a maybe helpful tip that you kind of want to share based on what you're reading right now? I know I'm kind of putting you on the spot here, but yeah. Hey, man, go ahead.
No problem. Lately, this is something that I'm actually doing right now in terms of building habits, and I'm happy that I'm getting a consistent morning routine. I've been reading every day in the past month. I've probably crushed like 5 books. Right now I'm reading Go Giver. It was something that was recommended to me through one of my mentors.
One of my favorite books.
Yeah, and it's changing. I'm halfway through the book, and it is changing how you're operating in the world. Like everyone's looking for kind of a take, right? But what you want to look to is giving value and offering up gives to people in terms of value and what you can provide, and that in turn is going to reap a lot of benefits in the long term. But you want to shift the mindset to what you can offer and value that you can provide.
I absolutely agree with you. Go Giver is definitely a phenomenal book. Highly encourage y'all to read it if you don't already. The Go Giver, just Google The Go Giver. It's available on Audible. It's also available in a physical book format. But I've put out a poll. Let me know what your favorite personal development habit is. Is it podcasts? Is it reading? Is it YouTube videos? Is it training events or other? I didn't put other there, but put an option there. I want to really see what the pulse is with the audience here. Personal development is also personal, guys. I know it sounds like breaking news, but it's personal. You got to do it. No one else can do it for you. You got to become the person capable of accomplishing your goals, because here is the truth. Nobody cares about your goals as much as you do. That's just the truth. If your employer cared about your goals as much as you do, would they really be orienting their work for you in such a way that it would accomplish your goals? No, it's going to accomplish his goals because he or she has goals for their company. And rightly so. And so as a result, we got to take into our own hands and our own abilities how to craft the vision, the goals, and do the work and become the person capable of accomplishing those things. I see about 50% of people really like YouTube videos, and that's interesting. I definitely think YouTube has a valuable aspect to it. Many of us know that one of our co-founders of Cashflow Tribe, Matt McKeever, has a YouTube channel. Various topics on real estate, personal finance, documents his own journey over there. He's just one of many examples that y'all can really take into account. But I highly recommend you watch out for those binge YouTube sessions where you're just watching either cat videos or whatever the case may be. I'll tell you right now, man, I can sometimes get caught in that wormhole. So if you can take it offline, whether it's a book or a podcast, you can download it. You can just go for a walk. Highly recommend you take that into account as well. Podcasts are definitely an amazing resource as well. All right, so now let's move over to resources. All right, we're talking goals here, we're talking clarity. All right, but help me out, Joe. Help the people out here. What kind of resources could we be using to really help us get clarity on what we want?
Absolutely, you have a massive resource right here with Cashflow Tribe. You just go into the content on the website. They have smart goals and courses really there to kind of guide you in what it is that you're trying to achieve. Also, there's some great books out there. Think and Grow Rich, Money Master the Game by Tony Robbins. There's a lot of resources out there in terms of like mentors. They can kind of guide you towards what it is that you're trying to achieve as well. And something I wanted to touch on also, based off of those 2 topics we talked about, understanding yourself. A great thing when it goes back to personal development as well is if you understand how it is that you learn, you can put yourself in a position to absorb information in the best possible way. Like if you learn through audio, visual, whatever, you can focus on audio books or watching YouTube videos. So those tie into each other as well.
That's actually a really good point. You actually want to know how you consume content the most efficient, right? Some people love to hear things. Some people got to visually see it. Other people got to put their hands to work and do the stuff in order for it to be materialized into their brain. And so definitely recommend testing those things out if you're not 100% sure. Try a couple weeks doing one thing, switch it up, do another thing, switch it up, do another, and really see how well you actually ingested the information into your brain and then are able to now take action as a result. And so what are some resources that you're currently using, Joe, to really help yourself in this whole journey right now that you're working on?
So right now I'm a part of Cashflow Tribe. I'm part of council. That's a big aspect of helping me filter through and understanding what it is that I'm trying to achieve. Also, I'm reading a lot, consuming a lot of information. Something recently I came across is business acquisitions. And the way I found this was I was familiar with it before. I'm involved in finance and business, but I was reading a book. I think it's by Judge, I forget the last name, but it's Scale with Speed. And that helped
Judge Graham. Yep.
Yes. That helped me filter out a path towards what I'm on right now. So information, it's everywhere. You just have to be open to it. But I would really focus on finding reputable content online, reputable online mentorships like Cashflow Tribe, as well as books for me have been really a great guideline. I can tap into any generation, any mentor and leader, and get a filter through that sort of information. So books have been great for me.
That's actually really, really cool, y'all. Like you're looking to buy businesses. You're looking to get into the business of acquiring operations that currently exist and are making money. They're performing, and now you're looking to take those, really, if you would, renovate the business, right? Really, like get it up to its highest and best use where it's performing at an optimal rate, and be able to continue to get those into other businesses where you can do that as well. And so this is a very interesting aspect, right? So how in your vision, right? If you could just be a little transparent with us, where does real estate play a role in this vision for you? Absolutely,
real estate's a big part of it. Like my overall goal on a vague level is kind of freedom and control. I just want to have maximize my time on earth and just get the best of it. So real estate is just a vehicle towards achieving that. So it's one vehicle that I'm going to be utilizing towards getting wealth and just buying my time back. So that's a big portion of it. And then also I'm branching off into different avenues and vehicles that kind of complement what it is that I'm doing, and also going back to knowing yourself, what it is that is complementing my strength. So in terms of businesses, I'm looking for businesses that can complement real estate and something that also is attributed to my strength, which is in construction and that sort of background. So I'm focusing on looking for businesses in that sort of nature.
That is phenomenal, especially when you think about what we're looking to do is we're looking to diversify our assets, our income, so that we're not totally dependent on one thing. Think about our 9-to-5s. Many of us are simply relying on, we're just one job away from making it from really struggling to find a way to provide for our families or provide for ourselves. Whereas if we can add another leg, let's say it's a chair, right? We got one leg. First of all, that's hard to balance on one leg just in itself. But when you get 2 and then 3 and then 4, and then you can add more, you're really building a solid foundation. That's really phenomenal. And so what I really want to talk to is now go to some case studies, really break down an example of a deal that you've done that really fit your goals. All right. We're going to get to the numbers. We're going to get to the deal. So let's talk about this deal right here. Okay. This is, we understand it's just a picture, but Joe's going to break it down for us. Give us the numbers. Talk to us about this deal here.
Yeah, this is a great deal right here. And this ties into everything that we're talking about today as well, because I had my overall vision of freedom and what it is I'm trying to achieve. And also I pivoted on my goal as well. So I had a direction of where I was trying to achieve. And I thought to myself, I need rental properties to get a stable income coming in so I can leave my job. So with this property right here, I was looking for a rental property in the market. I'm from Durham region, so I was looking in that sort of region. I've been searching since the end of 2019. And because I had a vision, a plan, what I was trying to do, I was looking for this type of property to get an income. There was a ton of noise around me telling me, listen, we're at the top of the market. I ended up buying this in 2020, and they're saying, do not buy this property. A lot of noise. But because I had a vision, because I had a plan, I was able to take action and put myself in this position to buy this property. So I picked this up in January of 2020, got it for $459 on the market. At the time, properties were selling in 24 hours. And this one was my first project. It took me a year to get through it. Just because of COVID hit, we couldn't start. There was like a 6 months delay. And after everything was said and done, I sold it a year later. It was a duplex conversion, and I profited about $100,000 from this property.
Man, that is amazing. You purchased a property, but here's one thing you said. You said that, well, you know what? I had to make a pivot. But Joe, once you make a decision, you can't make a change. You have to stick with it. Isn't that true?
Absolutely not. And that's why this is a great example here, because my plan was I need to pick up properties, get cash flow in order to leave my job. So when you really dial into that, you're going to need about 10, 12, 15, who knows, 20 properties in order to supplement your income. So at the end of this, I capitalized on the market. I noticed the market was extremely hot. There was a lot of equity in the deal. So I pivoted and sold the property to put me in another position to pick up my second property, which I'm on right now, which is going to get me closer towards my goal of actually leaving my job. And after I'm complete that job, I'm going to be exiting the rat race.
So your goal, your vision, if I can explain it well, is you're operating and running and acquiring several businesses, but your goal to get there is you need to get out of your job and you need to be creating enough income so you can take care of yourself while you go out and accomplish those things. And this property right here is an example of what gets you a step closer to accomplishing that goal. Is that right?
Absolutely. That's exactly what it is. I'm just looking to supplement my life right now. I need enough income coming in where I'm comfortable, and that's going to allow me to leave the 9-to-5 right now and focus on business. And right now, my 9-to-5 is actually interfering with the progress of my business because it's taking away from me putting time into there. And that avenue is actually showing to be a lot more lucrative right now.
You know what's interesting? How do you fight analysis paralysis? Because I'll tell you what, there's so many people that are making wholesaling look very, very attractive. Oh, 50K wholesale deal, 20K wholesale deal, 100K wholesale deal, 100K month. Oh, we're doing this, we're doing that, we're doing this. I'm flipping 20 houses. I'm doing this. I got student rentals over here. I got Airbnb over here. I'm doing all this. How do you stay focused on your goals amid all the stuff where people are actually making money?
Absolutely. Matt talks a lot about this as well. And it's tailored to what it is that you're trying to achieve. So once you know what you're trying to achieve, you can implement, this goes back to knowing yourself as well. You can implement a plan that best suits what you're good at towards getting there. So by having that, you can put a detailed plan of exactly what it is you're looking for, and that's going to help you eliminate all this noise. So for me personally, I enjoy construction. I like duplex conversions and I like flips. And then also I want to focus on certain markets that fit that criteria. And this allows me to just block out the noise and just focus on what it is that I need to accomplish, where it is that I need to be.
And I think like the beauty about this is you always can reference your goals and then use that as a filter to make proper decisions, right? Whenever an idea comes up or a new thing comes up, you don't have to just say, oh no, I'm not gonna do it because I'm doing this. You have a solid foundation. There is a goal you're looking to accomplish. So when you look at that new opportunity that is making money and people are profiting from it, you can say, hey, that's very nice. But as of right now, this is not for me because according to my vision, I don't see anywhere where this can supply it, make it go faster, make it be bigger. It doesn't have any role there. So it doesn't make any sense for me to entertain that. And so I think that's a very valuable tip that you need to really take into account when you see a new strategy come up. Because guys, I'm telling you right now, there will be a new thing. There's always a new thing. The society is always growing and they're always getting better. They're always going faster. And so it's not necessarily to just say no ignorantly. You always got to run it through your goals. Does it meet your goals? Does it do it better? Does it get you there faster? Because Joe did say he made a pivot. So it's not to say, hey, I'm going to stick to my goals and say no matter what. But it's so important that you understand and you have clarity. When Joe makes a decision, it's because he has clarity. And so I can tell you from experience, I have switched strategies in real estate so many times because I lacked clarity. I said, oh, I'm going to go flipping because, man, you know what? If I just get a crew of people, I'll just take the deals from the wholesalers and just flip. Oh, but then the wholesalers, they're doing deals and they don't have to use a construction crew. They just got to get the deal and they'll sell it and they'll make money and they don't have to wait 3 to 6 months to do a flip. Oh, let me do wholesaling. Oh, but then you know what? Let me get a rental property because with this hot market, look at how everybody's selling it at the top of the market and people who have held for at least a year, even they got a bunch of equity. Oh my gosh, they're all making money. Ladies and gentlemen, I am telling you, no matter what strategy you are looking at, there is somebody making money. Somebody is doing it right. And that's good. But the question is, what are your goals? And based on your goals, you find the strategy that serves that. Right? Joe, what would you say to the person who maybe doesn't have a goal right now? What is the first thing that they should be doing right now to get that ball rolling?
Right now, you really have to just kind of figure out the direction you want to go in. And you want to, I would say Gary Vee talks about this a lot, where you can try different aspects to see or educate yourself on different avenues and see what relates to you. And then you want to have kind of that North Star of what you're achieving towards. So I would focus on education, personal development, learn about the different strategies, and then figure something that would tailor to your strength, what you're interested in, and then pick an overall goal and work towards that. And assess along the path how it's working out. Are you enjoying it? Is it successful? And then you can alter it down the line as well.
And I think the encouraging thing is I want you to actually see what other people are doing. Like you hear Joe is looking to buy businesses. That's an amazing thing. I'm not saying not to explore that, say, oh, well, I wonder if that makes sense for me. You should ask those questions, but always run it through a process that's going to give you a clear answer. That's what you need to do. And then kind of go from there. If you have any questions, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. That way we can get through them and we can get Joe to knock them down as we're here. But as we'll move to the next section here, guys, of taking action. All right, Joe, I want you to give everybody some homework this week. All right, if there are three things that they can start to implement immediately. All right, let's say one group, it's for a group that don't have any goals. Right, another group is they got goals, but maybe they're not really accomplishing it right now. It's May, and maybe they're not on track to hit their goals. What can they do to really get back on track? And then number three, for those who are on their way of hitting their goals, what would you say to them? So let's start with the first person. You already mentioned it, but let's add another golden nugget. They don't have any goals. What should they do this week?
So this week, you're going to take some time to reflect, get a little clarity on what it is that you're trying to achieve. Look at where you would want to be in life. So I would just take some time to reflect and understand what it is that you would like your life to look like, and then just pick a direction for now.
So when you say reflect, does that look like writing in a journal? Should they go in maybe another location and maybe start to really dream a bit? Or what are some practical things you would say they should do? Add some ideas. You can journal, absolutely journal, write down some ideas. I don't know, explore, take a walk. What's worked for you? What have you done to when you reflect on things?
For me, I love eliminating the noise. So for me, I love going on a walk a little bit later at night, maybe putting an audiobook in, headphones, and when the noise is gone, getting off social media, I can just reflect and look back at where I am right now and where I'm trying to go. So just kind of removing yourself from the noise temporarily and just getting a little clarity and looking, what do you want your life to look like? Who do you want to be? Like, what are you trying to emulate? And focus on those kind of aspects.
Love it. So now the second group, right? The second group, they have goals, but it's now in May or maybe wherever timeline they're in, and they're not on track to accomplish their goals. What are some things that they could be doing?
So absolutely get more clarity and specific on your goals. So I would definitely go into SMART goals on Cashflow Tribe and understand what it is you're exactly trying to achieve, because some of your goals may be vague. So you want to get a little more specificity on what you're trying to achieve, and then break that down to kind of, 2 years out, 1 year out, maybe what you can do on a monthly basis, and then break that down into tasks that you can do. Something that works great for me, which is simple, is I'll just write down daily tasks on a paper, and I'll just knock those out throughout the day. And those are kind of moving the needle towards what it is that I'm trying to achieve. So I would get more specific on your goal and then set goals that you can knock out on a weekly and daily basis.
Absolutely. And now for the third group, they're crushing their goals. They're well on their way to accomplishing it. What do you have to say for that group?
Third group, they're crushing it. They're doing well. I would say kind of assess where you're at. Are you happy or what you're trying to do? And if you're looking for a little more, I would start looking into mentorship groups or just networking and talking with other individuals and getting a little more speed and efficiency within your systems in place. So I would look for setting yourself up with some mentors or just looking into mentors in your space.
Absolutely. It really does come down to how do we keep it going? How do we get to the next place that we're looking to accomplish in our vision, right? And so understand that real estate is the vehicle. It is simply the vehicle. We're not looking to live in the vehicle. We're looking to use the vehicle as a tool to get us to where we want to go. And once we're there, that is where we can enjoy it. But understand that along the destination, there will be pit stops. There will be opportunities for us to assess, to review, to reorganize, to regroup, and then keep going forward. And so there could be many vehicles, right? But with Cashflow Tribe, we're primarily talking about real estate as that vehicle that helps you get to your vision that you set for yourself. So we're going to go to Q&A very, very shortly. I want to let you know that we have people who are doing real things, getting results in Cashflow Tribe. They are buying deals and making things happen, making money. And that's exactly what we want for you. So getting clarity on your goals is so important, because the clearer you have is the more confident you'll be, and the more confident you'll be is the harder you'll run, and the harder you run is the faster you will get to where you got to go. Put it this way. Here's what an athlete said. He said, I gotta dress good so I can feel good. And if I feel good, I will play good. And if I play good, they pay good. And so it's the same thing. You got to get a clear vision so you can have a clear direction, so you can clearly drive and get there as soon as you can. All right. And so with that said, it's all about Cashflow Tribe helping you alongside to get you there. If you don't know, Cashflow Tribe, we have many different resources, including a course library where on this topic, Matt McKeever talks about how to get clarity on your goals. Matt McKeever has a whole source of sections where he talks about SMART goals. He talks about what you do, what you don't do, what's so important about getting very niched down to the specialty of using your strengths and using your knowledge and using your network, what you can leverage so you can accomplish those goals. We have all kinds of courses, to wholesaling, to flipping houses, to private lending, whatever the strategy you're looking to implement. We definitely are continually adding those pieces of content to Cashflow Tribe. We also have weekly trainings that take place 5 days a week, and we got them from Women of Tribe to personal development, Tuesday training with Adam. We got Monday Q&A with Matt McKeever, and we got all kinds of different speakers who are coming, especially the ones we have coming down later this year. Get ready. It's going to be an awesome time. And along with that, we have a community just like you guys, all right? We got a number of you on the call right now, but we have over 3,000 and more. I think it's over 3,200 now in Cashflow Tribe who you can connect with. Imagine the wealth of resources you can tap into by just joining our community. We also have calculators where you can run deals, get the numbers, get the data, screw the drama, and get right to the meat and potatoes. Right. And then we also have live events just like this one online where you can continue to learn, connect, grow, and do what you need to do to get to the next level. And so all of this with a deal analysis, all of this is a part of Cashflow Tribe. All right, a part of Cashflow Tribe. And if you're looking to join and be a part of Cashflow Tribe, I'll give it to you straight. It's only $588 for the whole year. For a whole year, you'll be able to get in Cashflow Tribe and get all the clarity you need. Now, I know today was just about clarity and goals and vision, and you're probably thinking, I want the meat and potatoes. Okay, I get it. Draw a map, get all the goals. I get it. But I need to know how to flip a house. I need to know, how am I going to buy a house? How do I get 20% to buy a property? You will get all of this and more within Cashflow Tribe with all our live trainings and things of that nature. I love, but here's the fast action bonus. All right. The first person to get an annual membership will get the mastermind experience, all for only $338. All right. You got to email Sarah at cftsales@cashflowtribe.com or hit her on her phone number. I think she'll put her phone number in the chat. You can text her. The first person to sign up, you will get all of this for only $338. That is a year's membership at Cashflow Tribe plus a 2-day mastermind experience event. What is the mastermind experience? This is a 2-day mastermind where you'll be able to spend 2 days, 2 full days, diving deep into a particular topic, which is happening this weekend, by the way. On May 29th to the 30th, it is going to be about how to use other people's money. How to use other people's money to invest in real estate. Some of you have been saying, man, 20% in my market is like $200,000. How am I going to save that? How am I going to save $100,000 when I only work a $50,000 job? The answer is you don't have to use your money. Think about this. Matt McKeever, a co-founder of Cashflow Tribe, is a millionaire, financially free, don't need to use anyone's money, but still uses other people's money to do deals. Imagine that. Imagine Matt McKeever says he does not use Matt's money to buy deals. And if he can do that at that level, you absolutely can do that at yours as well. And we're going to show you exactly how to do that here. And so it's going to be an all-day intensive training about how to raise capital, how to protect yourself and your investor, and how to determine the realistic returns you can get. This is something I'm doing. This is definitely something Joe was doing. You might have seen him on the pitch, by the way, where he actually was able to successfully do a deal with Ben. And so you absolutely can. There are practitioners who will teach you and show you exactly how to do it. And so if you're looking to join, you absolutely can. For $588, you'll get a year's membership and a 2-day mastermind experience ticket free. But the first person who does it, you will get it for only $338. All right, and so that's all I want to talk about. I'm not going to spend any more time on that. We're gonna round out this section with just a few questions. All right, so who's got some questions? Put it in the chat. We'll spend a little more time here. We're only going to go till 7, just so we can respect everybody's time. But Joe, here's one thing I want to talk about as people are putting questions in. What has been the biggest struggle for you to stay on top of your goals? What has been the biggest distraction? How do you deal with it?
One, I don't know if this is the biggest distraction. This is something I struggle with even to this day. I'm just being transparent here. But one thing I'm weak on is just my overall health, diet, and how I take care of myself. And that transitions into business significantly as well. I grew up being an athlete, playing soccer my whole life. So I never really looked at health or anything like that. I was just always in shape. So one thing I struggle with is just diet and overall. I'm working on it every day. This is an important thing of knowing yourself as well, because you can understand where it is you are weak and where you got to improve on. So just my overall diet and workout regime needs to improve, and that affects other aspects in terms of energy and what it is I'm going to accomplish throughout the day. So that's something I do struggle with today.
Man, I really appreciate the transparency on that, because many people might think, oh, it's just there's something in my business that's not working, and that's what's causing me to look at other things, and that's what's distracting me from my goals. Hey, man, it could be literally the most, you would seem to think it's completely irrelevant to your business, but health has absolutely everything to do with your business. It comes from how much sleep you get, what you're putting in your body, how you're spending time in front of screens all day. What are you doing to stay active? Whatever the case may be. If you are putting yourself in a position to be optimal during the most optimal times to perform, that is great. Many people think, oh, I got to get up at 4 a.m. and be that guy that gets up early when everybody's sleeping and be that hustler. Guys, if you are not optimal at that time in the morning, then don't. Just be you when you are most optimal. But here's the key. Where you're optimal, you have to capitalize on it. Where you have your most focus, you got to lock it in and erase everything else. Eliminate the distractions. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb, or put your phone in another room. If you can be able to work in an environment where you can eliminate virtually all distractions, that is where you can be optimal. But a lot of the distractions could be, hey, I'm craving sugar all the time. And when I'm craving sugar, I got to stop my work and go to the fridge, or I got to go get something from a fast food restaurant. Or it's just this thing that comes over and over and over again. And you start to now associate junk food with work, and it's only slowing you down. It's a real thing that a lot of business owners really go through. And so I think that's definitely something that's really, really important. And can you just break down for us real quick, what is something that you're looking to do in terms of a vision over the next 5 years? Do you mind just giving us a sneak preview about what that may look like for Joe?
Oh man, I'm looking to first and foremost. Wow, the words aren't working right now. But what I'm looking to achieve is I want to exit. I want more control in my life. So I'm looking to be a snowbird. I want to exit out of Canada and have options to go into warmer climates. I'm looking to establish businesses in all different industries within private lending, buy and hold in real estate. I want to focus on business acquisitions. I love finance. So my 5-year goal is really to have my companies and businesses established at that point where they're sustainable, working on their own, and I can transition more into an owner position where I have systems and managers in place running the business. So right now, in the next 1 to 3 years, I'm going to be really boots on the ground, hustling, just going out and getting it. And then in that 5-year plan, I'm really going to be established at that point, and I'll be looking into more passive investing and different avenues.
That's awesome. I love it. I love it. That's actually so inspiring. And guys, I want to encourage you. You don't have to be Joe. Let that inspire you to think bigger about what you want to do, right? It may not be something specific to what Joe's doing, but maybe it's something else. And you're thinking, wow, I love how Joe's thinking that big. Maybe I need to think bigger for myself. That could be true. Right. And so definitely allow yourself to be inspired by other people and what they're sharing of their wins and their successes and things of that nature. Eric Lee said, please let me take part in the 2-day mastermind. You absolutely can, my man. If you just grab a yearly membership, you absolutely can definitely be a part of the 2-day mastermind. But if you have any questions about it, just shoot Sarah a message. She'll absolutely help you out with it. She'll get you sorted out. Not a problem at all. And so guys, man, no questions at all. Any questions from anybody? Y'all put in the chat so I at least know y'all are still here. If y'all are still in the chat, let me know, man. It'll be really awkward if me and Joe are just talking to ourselves right now. That'd be a little awkward. Let me know you're here. Let me know how you felt about it. Was this a good conversation? All right. Let me know. Jeffrey, he got a question. With many different strategies, personal development, and technical content available, what do you recommend that new investors start with?
So that's going to dial into, again, knowing yourself and what works towards your strength. I would definitely utilize Matt's YouTube channel for sure. Like there's so much value and information out there for free. Cashflow Tribe. In terms of technology, I would there's a lot of webinars right now that you can jump into and just speak with like Grant Cardone or Matt, like just wealth and knowledge. So I would focus on YouTube, like Matt's channel, great value in there. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Like what you want to do is you want to look for people who are doing exactly who are already doing or have done what you're looking to do. And you know what I love? People who really document their journey. Gary Vee talks about this as well. He says, document, don't create. Document your journey, document your process, and find those people online who have actually done that. It's so inspiring to see where they started, because it's easy to look and look at someone who's already established and say, oh, it was easy for him. He had a silver spoon in his mouth. He had all this. But the truth is, no, a lot of people are first generation millionaires or financially free or whatever you want to call it. It's so easy to look and discuss and say, oh, easy for you to say, Joe, it's easy for you to say because you had a gold spoon in your mouth, not even a silver spoon. No, the truth is, Joe just put in the work. Joe put in the clarity. He got the goal map. He understood what he needed to do. He understood it's going to be hard, but he stuck with it and he did it. And now he's well in his way, and you can too. And so, yeah, really, really appreciate each and every one of you coming on today. And so if there's any questions, Paul says he's slowly digesting it, which is really cool. That's awesome. Appreciate all of y'all, man. So if there's no other questions, we will end it here in just a minute. But before I do, Joe, I got to leave you. I got to let you off with just one more question. One more question. If you had to start over, would there be anything that you would have done different?
Absolutely. I'm 29 right now, and I really spent the last 10 years just building my foundations, building out who I want to be, working on personal development. And I took a really slow approach to it. That's why now I'm able to take action with a lot of speed. But I would definitely put myself in rooms and network with people who have accomplished what it is that I'm trying to do and leverage their knowledge and their experience. So by being able to talk to people who are already well established, you can really accelerate your process and just value your time more. So I would definitely put yourself in a position to learn off experienced people who are established.
Absolutely. And I think there's value in doing that, especially if you are in Joe's shoes from 10 years ago. The reason why I asked you that question is so that they can take that away and implement that, right? The whole goal is you can do this faster if you learn from those who have gone before you, right? And so definitely, Joe, how can people stay in connection with you? How can people keep up with you with your journey?
Absolutely. I love finance, real estate, business, all this stuff. So I love to talk about it. You can find me on Instagram at Belcastro Homes. It's BL Castro Homes on Instagram, and just connect with me, talk with me. I can introduce you to people. We can have a lot of great conversations with regards to real estate or finance. So definitely you can find me out there.
There it is. I put it in the chat, y'all. And so with that said, let Joe know how he did, man. That was awesome. We'll definitely bring him on again to really talk about some more deals he has coming down the pipeline because he's doing some real cool stuff, y'all. Honestly, go follow him on IG. He's got some really cool stuff coming down the pipeline. But until then, reach out to Sarah if you have any questions about Castro Tribe. I appreciate each and every one of you. Until next time, you take care, and we'll talk soon. Have a good one.